Hello everyone. Good morning students. In previous class we discussed about the chapter statistics, and in that chapter we discussed all the topics like discrete frequency distribution, continuous frequency distribution. We also discussed about the exclusive and inclusive method of any statistical representation, and we also discussed the bar graph. We also discussed the measure of central tendency. In that section we already discussed about the mean of discrete frequency distribution, mean of ungrouped data, and we also discussed the median for ungrouped data, and we also discussed about the mode, and that chapter is completed in previous class. Now dear students, we completed all the chapters of your syllabus of class 9 maths. Okay, now dear student, today we take the chapter polynomial as the revision. Now we revise all the chapter which we involve in your syllabus. Okay, now we discuss about the chapter polynomial. We revision because your all the chapter is completed now. Okay, now we revise all the chapter of your NCERT book. Now in this way today we take a question. We are discuss about the chapter polynomials. Now dear students, you know that very well what is polynomial. Now we discuss about the polynomial. You know that any algebraic expression is of the form what? A naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus n dot so on an x to the power m is known as what? Polynomial, where n is any positive integer. Here n is what? Here n is any positive integer, and a naught, a1, a2 and dot so on an are any real numbers. Okay, are any real numbers. So dear students, in this way we discuss about the polynomial. What is polynomial? An algebraic expression of the form of a naught a1x plus a2x square plus n dot so on an x to the power n is known as what? Polynomial. Okay, of degree n, where n is any positive integer and a naught, a1, a2 and dot so on an are the any real numbers. Okay, now dear students, this is the polynomial, like as 3x square plus 5x plus 6 is also a example of polynomial of degree 2. Okay, now we discuss about the types of polynomial on the basis of its degree. Okay, now let's see the types of polynomial. Now let us discuss about the types of polynomial. Dear student, now we discuss about the types of polynomial. Here we write some polynomial as, let's see. First we take a polynomial px is equal to 2x plus 3. Second we take as a polynomial px is equal to 3x square plus 4x minus 6. We take third polynomial as 5x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 4, and last one we take as px is equal to, okay, px is equal to 4x to the power 4 plus 6x cube plus 8x square minus 9x plus 10. Okay, we take 4 examples of polynomials. Now we discuss about the types of polynomial of the basis of degree. What is the degree? Dear student, the highest power of the variable of any polynomial. Okay, what is degree? The highest power of variables. The highest power of variable is known as the degree of the polynomial. Okay, now here we take as four example of the polynomial. First one is 2x plus 3, second 3x square plus 4x minus 6, third one 5x cube minus 3x square plus 4 plus x plus 4, and last one is what, 4x to the power 4 plus 6x cube plus 8x square minus 9x plus 10. Dear students, types of what is there are four types of polynomial basis on the degree. In first example, what is the degree of the polynomial? You know that very well. This is already discussed in the previous classes of this chapter. Degree is the highest power of the variable. Degree is the highest power of the variable involved in any what? Degree is the highest power of variable involved in any polynomial. Now let's see, in this polynomial the highest power of the variable is 1. So the degree is what? Here the degree of the polynomial is 1. So if the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it is said to be linear polynomial. What is this? So if the degree of any polynomial is 1, then it is said to be linear polynomial. Okay, now if the degree of the polynomial is 2, here the highest power of the variable is 2, so the degree of this polynomial is what? 2 now. Here the degree is what? 2. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, then it is said to be what? Quadratic polynomial. This is linear polynomial, this is quadratic polynomial. Why? Because of the degree of the polynomial is 2. The highest power of the variable is 2, so the degree is 2. So any polynomial of degree 2 is known as what? Quadratic polynomial. Okay, now we take third example. In third example, the highest power of the variable is 3. So its degree is what? 3. So a polynomial of degree 3 is known as what? Cubic polynomial. Is what? Cubic polynomial. Now in last one, here the highest power of the variable is what? 4. The highest power of the variable is 4. So its degree is what? Its degree is 4 na? Yes. So if the degree of the polynomial is 4, then it is said to be biquadratic polynomial. So in this way, there are 4 types of the polynomial on the basis of its degree. If the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it is said to be a linear polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial be 2, then it is said to be quadratic polynomial. If the degree of any polynomial is what? 3, then it is said to be cubic polynomial. If the degree of any polynomial is 4, then it is said to be biquadratic polynomial. Okay, now dear students, now we discuss about the zeros of a polynomial. Now let's see. Now we discuss about the zeros of the polynomial. What is the zeros of the polynomial? Suppose that let px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c be any which type of polynomial? This is the quadratic polynomial na? This is what? This is the quadratic polynomial. Okay, this is the what? Quadratic polynomial na? Let's see. This is the quadratic polynomial. Let px be any polynomial. This is what? Quadratic polynomial. Okay. If this polynomial, if the polynomial px becomes 0 at x is equal to p, here p be any integers, minus plus or 0 as you wish. Here p be any integer, here p be any what integer. Okay dear students, here let p x is equal to x square plus bx plus c be any quadratic polynomial. Okay, and if the polynomial px becomes what, 0, then at x is equal to p becomes 0 at x is equal to p, then p is called the 0 of the polynomial px. P is called the 0 of the polynomial px. Okay dear student, this is the concept of this type of polynomial. Okay, so we can say that let px is equal to x square plus bx plus c be any quadratic polynomial. Okay, and if the polynomial px becomes 0, if the given polynomial px becomes 0 at which value, at x is equal to p, then here p be any integer, then p is called the 0 of the polynomial px. This is the concept of 0 of the polynomial. In this way dear student, we can say that here p be the 0 of the polynomial px because of the value of the given polynomial px becomes 0 at x is equal to p. So this is by the concept of 0 of the polynomial, here p is called the 0 of the polynomial. Now we take some question based on the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, now let's see. Now we take some question based on zeros of the polynomial. Look, show that your question is okay, 2 is a 0 of the polynomial, 2 is a 0 of the 0 of the polynomial 2x square minus 5x plus 2. This is the question here dear students. We have to show that 2 is a 0 of the polynomial 2x square minus 5x plus 2. Now what I do dear students, first of all let's see its solution. First of all we take, let px is equal to what, let px is equal to, this is given polynomial as 2x square minus 5x plus 2. Okay, what we show that, we have to show that 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. This 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial when the polynomial px becomes 0 at x is equal to 2, then we can say that 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial, right? Now let's see. Now we put what, we put x is equal to 2, take equation number 1. Now we put x is equal to 2 in equation 1, we get what we get, let's see, p of 2 is equal to, we put x is equal to 2, so 2 into 2 is square minus 5 into 2 plus 2. So in this way we get p of 2 is equal to 2 into 2 to the 4 minus 5 to the 10 plus 2, so we get 4 to the 8 minus 10 plus 2, so p of 2 is equal to what, 10 minus 10, so it becomes 0. So thus we have p of 2 is equal to 0 now. So dear students, the given polynomial px is 0 at x is equal to 2, now. So we can say that, thus we can say that 2 is a 0 of the given polynomial, hence proved. Okay, so dear student, in this way we can solve that type of question. This is the concept of 0 of the polynomial 0. Okay, here we have to show that 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial. First of all, we write the given polynomial. Now we replace x by 2. So in this way, after solving this expression, we get the p of 2 is equal to 0. In this way, we can say that 2 is a 0 of the given polynomial. Okay, so dear student, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on zeros of the polynomial. Now we take some other question based on same concept. Now we take some other question. Let's see. Show that the quadratic polynomial. Your question is show that the quadratic polynomial. Show that the quadratic polynomial 4x square plus 4x minus 3. 4x square plus 4x minus 3 has the zeros minus 3 by 2, zeros minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Okay, dear student, this is the question here. We have to show that what? We have to show that the quadratic polynomial this has the zeros minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. Now in that type of question, first of all let's see its solution. Dear student, first of all we take, let px be any polynomial given is what? 4x square plus 4x minus 3. Now we put what? We put x is equal to minus 3 by 2 in equation 1. Okay, now let's see. Thus p of minus 3 by 2 means what? 4 into minus 3 by 2 square plus 4 into minus 3 by 2 minus 3. So what we have? P of minus 3 by 2 is equal to what? 4 into 3 is 9 by 2 is 4 minus square convert into the plus. Okay, plus 4 in here we write as minus 4 3 is 12 by 2 minus 3. Now let's see, 4 cancel to each other, 9 minus here the given polynomial is what? Right? Yes, 9 minus 12 minus 3. So we get as what? Let's see, 4x square means minus 3 by 2 na, the 0 is minus 3 by 2. Okay, here 2 6 are 12 na, yes 6. So we have as what? 9 minus 6 minus 3 minus 9, so we get as 0. So in this way we have p of minus 3 by 2 becomes 0. Hence we can say that x is equal to minus 2, 3 by 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial na? Because of the polynomial, the value of this polynomial becomes 0 at x is equal to minus 3 by 2. Thus we can say that minus 3 by 2 is a 0 of the given polynomial, hence proved. Okay, in the same way we can solve, we take as 1 by 2. Now let's see. Now again now we put as x is equal to 1 by 2 in equation 1. We get, let's see, p 1 by 2 is equal to what? Now in this question we replace x by 1 by 2 na. Now let's see, 4 into 1 by 2 square plus 4 into 1 by 2 minus 3. So we have 1 by 4 plus 4 into 1 by 2 minus 3, 4 4 2 2s are 4. means 1 plus 2 minus 3, that is 3 minus 3 becomes 0. So the value of p of minus 2 is 0. Thus 1 by 2 is also a 0 of the given polynomial, hence proved. Okay, so dear students, in this way we can solve that type of question. First we write the given polynomial. Now after that we replace both values in x as x. Replace x by minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2 and get the value of the given polynomial becomes 0. So we can say that both are the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, now this is the clear. Okay, this concept is very clear. If the value of any polynomial becomes 0 at any point, then that point is said to be the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, now we take some important questions based on the zeros of the polynomial. Let's see. Now we take some question. Your question is for what value of k minus 4 is a zero of the polynomial. Minus 4 is the zero of the polynomial x square minus x minus in bracket 2k plus 2. Okay, this is the question here, dear students. Here your question is for what value of k? For what value of k minus 4 is the zero of the polynomial this. So here, dear student, minus 4 is the zeros of the given polynomial. So if we replace x by minus 4, then the value of this polynomial becomes 0 now, by the concept of zeros of the polynomial. Now let here, first of all we take, let px be x square minus x minus 2k plus 2. Okay, now since minus 4 is what? Is the zero of the polynomial px, that is p of minus 4, that is p of minus 4 becomes what? 0 now. We can write p of minus 4 is equal to 0. So here from the given polynomial we replace minus 4 as x. So minus 4 square minus 4 minus 2k plus 2 is equal to 0. Now we solve it. 4 4 is 16, minus 4 minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we have 16 minus 4 12 minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. So we get as what? 4 4 is 16 na, 4 4 is 16. Here we replace minus 4 na, so minus minus what? Plus. Okay, here we write as plus na. 20 minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. So we have as 2k is equal to what? 20 minus 2, this is 18. So the value of k is 18 by 2. 2 9s are 18. So the value of k is 9. So dear students, the required answer is the value of k is 9. So in this way, dear students, we can solve that type of question. First, here we have to we have a given polynomial, and here minus 4 is the zeros of the given polynomial. So we replace x by minus 4. Okay, so in this way, after solving this condition, we get the value of k as 9. Okay, So in this way we can solve that type of questions. Now dear student, we take some more questions based on same topic. Let's see. Let's see dear students. Now we discuss about the zero relationship between the zero and the coefficient of a polynomial. Now we discuss about the relationship between, we discuss about the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Coefficient of the polynomial. Okay, today we are discuss about the coefficient relationship between zeros and coefficient of the given polynomial. Let us consider, dear students, the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, any quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bxc. Now how many zeros of this quadratic polynomial? There are 2 zeros. The number of zeros depends on the degree of the polynomial. This polynomial having degree 2, so it has only 2 zeros. Here let alpha and beta are 2 zeros of the given polynomial now. Then sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. What is the value? What is b? B is the coefficient of x. Here what is b? B is the coefficient of x now. Yes, here we write as coefficient of x minus coefficient of x upon a is what? Coefficient of x squared. Coefficient of x squared. And second relation is product of zeros. Second is what? Product of 0, that means alpha into beta. The product of zeros is what? C by a. C upon a means C is what here? Constant term. C is what? Our constant term. Constant term upon a is what? Coefficient of x square. So dear students, in this way we have a relationship between a zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial. Coefficient of the polynomial in first, as suppose that here let ax square plus bx plus c square is the zero quadratic polynomial, and let alpha and beta are 2 zeros of the given polynomial. Then their sum of zeros is minus b by a, means coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and the product of its 0 is what? That is alpha into beta is equal to c by a, means constant term upon coefficient of x square. So dear students, now you solve all the question of your NCERT exercise based on the zeros of the polynomial, as well as you can solve all the questions based on relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, the relationship between them is what? Sum of zeros is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Okay, and product of zeros is what? C by a, means coefficient of, means c is here constant term, and coefficient of x square. Now dear students, in next class we can solve all the questions of your NCERT exercise based on that topic. Now first you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on zeros of the polynomial as well as relationship between zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial. Okay, thank you.